Hello. Welcome to the Jefferson Educational Society Friday Facebook mindfulness exercise. We're glad to have you with us. Today, we're going to do stretching as a mindfulness exercise. And so it's not like, stretching in gym class that we all may remember. It's stretching as a mindfulness exercise. So we'll go through and do maybe even 15 minutes of gentle stretching. And so what I mean is, for example, one of the things we'll do is we can just do this and lean just until we feel like a light stretch, right? So we'll do something like that. We'll do a light stretch, and then we'll just come back to, I don't know what we want to call it. We'll come back to our just regular seated position, and then we'll notice how that feels, right? So we'll probably have our eyes closed, or I don't know, close your eyes maybe when you're noticing how things feel. And so I'll give you like about a minute each time to just be observing the feeling that was created by doing the stretch. Okay, so like I said, it's not really stretching as a form of exercise. It's really stretching as a pathway to mindfulness and relaxation. So if you notice any pain, then definitely back off. You could switch something if you want to, like if I do this stretch and you have like maybe a bad shoulder and you can't do that stretch, really just do something else that feels like you're extending yourself in some way. So do a number of different ones. Don't allow yourself to be in pain. We'll stretch for maybe 10 seconds or so, and then we'll observe the self for about 60 seconds. So let's get started. And we always get started with the breathing. So sitting comfortably in your chair, feet flat on the floor if possible, eyes closed or kind of looking downward and in front of you, whatever you prefer. Let's get started. Eyes closed. I'd like you to bring your awareness to your breath. Bring your awareness to your body and what the breath is like in your body, in particular your torso. Noticing that your torso expands with the in-breath and contracts with the out-breath. So it's really the rib cage that we're focused on. Keep noticing that movement of your rib cage with the inhalation and the exhalation. You may even notice that your shoulders move as you breathe. You may tune into your elbows and see if you can notice they're probably moving along with your shoulders, just along with your body as you breathe. You're just tuning into the different places where you can notice the movement. So let's get started with the stretching. First stretch, let's go ahead and do it. Hands above the head, your hands above the head. And lean, I don't know if my image is reversed or not, so I'm not even gonna guess, but lean to your right until you feel a stretch in your side. Not a big stretch. Coming back up to just the regular position. Arms down, eyes closed. And notice where you stretched. You might feel something, you might not. But you can tune into those muscles that you just stretched and tendons. Let's put the arms up again and stretch to the left till you feel a stretch. Go as far as you want without hurting, without pushing, just a little stretch. We'll hold that and then right back up, arms down, and tune into that part of the body that you just stretched. Just tuning in. Let's do another one. I always like to do the shoulders. It's so important because almost all of us hold tension in our shoulders. So we'll do a couple of different shoulder stretches and movements, okay? With your next inhale, let's bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then with the exhale, let's drop them. It does kind of stretch the muscles up there. We'll do another one. Inhale and exhale and drop the shoulders. We'll do another one. Let's do it at your own pace. We'll do two more, okay? Inhale and scrunch. Exhale and drop. One more. Inhale and scrunch. Exhale and drop. Then close your eyes. Tune in to that whole area that you just scrunched. Maybe you'll feel energy. Maybe not. Maybe you feel a little bit of pain or discomfort. Hopefully we're not causing pain or discomfort, but you could be tuning into what's there. Let's do another shoulder exercise. There's something I want to do later. I want to do this thing, but I want to be sure our shoulders are relaxed as much as we can get them before we do a different exercise. So with this one I think is really hard. We're going to coordinate our in-breath with a circular motion of our shoulders, okay? So for me, it goes like this. Breathe in and shoulders forward, shoulders back, and exhale. Okay, so I'd like you to try that with me. Shoulders forward and up with the inhale. Hit the top and then back and down with the exhale. If it doesn't feel okay or if it feels too complicated, that's okay. We'll just do it a couple more times, okay? Inhale and up. Exhale and down. At your own pace, inhale and up. Exhale and down. One more, shoulders forward and up with the inhale, back and down with the exhale, okay? Then we'll stop and eyes closed. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Just notice your shoulders and all those muscles we just moved and stretched. People comment in different ways when I ask, how does it feel after that kind of stretch? Some people say warm. Some people have energy. Some people say it feels a little bit more relaxed. Different answers. You have your own answer. So we just did forward and up. We're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna bring the shoulders back and up with the inhale, forward and down with the exhale. Again, back and up with the inhale, forward and down with the exhale. At your own pace, back and inhale, forward and exhale. Back and up, inhale, forward and down, exhale. How about one more? Back and up, inhale, forward and down, exhale. Closing your eyes, feeling that sensation. I can actually feel my muscles in kind of the middle of my back. I actually, like back in here, I can feel those muscles now, and I wasn't really tuned into them before. If you feel frustrated, because that's pretty complicated, then yeah, when I first started doing this, I felt it was pretty complicated also. But the reason I keep doing it is because we hold so much stress in our shoulders that many of us end up sitting, instead of, okay, here's my shoulders down, instead of sitting like this, we actually can find ourselves with our shoulders up, kind of scrunched. It's a stress position. And these kinds of stretches can really help us find our neutral again. So our shoulders are in a good place instead of in this kind of scrunched and stressed space. Next is going to be another shoulder one, again gently. Bringing the right arm straight out, or straight out. Shoulders down. Crossing your body gently. Just so you feel just a mild stretch, not a big stretch. Holding the stretch. Noticing everywhere you feel that stretch. Let's release back to our neutral seated position. Eyes closed. Tuning in to that whole area that just got stretched. Okay, left arm straight out and shoulders down. Relax your shoulders and then cross the body with that arm until you feel a stretch. Doesn't have to be very far. Just feeling a stretch. Maybe you're holding your arm. And feeling everywhere that you feel that stretch, right? So I feel it all through here, but I also feel the use of my muscles here, kind of just holding it up. I'm not stretching, but I'm just noticing, I'm tuning into my body where I feel the stretch. Then let's release that back to neutral. We're going to do a neck stretch. So if you have neck issues, obviously either don't do this or be very careful and very sensitive to your neck issues. Again, sitting comfortably, and we're going to drop the right ear towards the shoulder until we feel the stretch in our neck on the left. I mean, I haven't dropped very far, and I feel a big stretch. Holding that stretch as long as it's comfortable. Tuning in to everywhere that's being stretched. And then back to the normal position, eyes closed. Noticing that place that you just stretched. Next will be dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder until you feel a stretch. Feeling that stretch. And then back to neutral. Eyes closed and tuning in to the stretched area. Again, we're going to do 2 more neck stretches. So I do invite you to be careful about your own neck. This one's going to be dropping the head towards the front. Okay. So whenever you're ready, I'll have you drop your head, chin towards your chest, just until you feel a stretch, not hard. Noticing the stretch in your neck, perhaps your shoulders and back. And then back up to our neutral position. Eyes closed, tuning in. Next, I'd like you to look up. So you're basically leaning the head back and stretching the front of the neck. So looking up, leaning the head back, as long as it's comfortable. Feeling the stretch in the neck. Back to neutral. Eyes closed and noticing how that feels. So next, let's try a side stretch. Again, being careful of your back, but I'd like you to take an inhale. So this is what we're going to do. We will inhale and then turn to the left. So we're pushing the right side towards the left as much as comfortable. Okay, just want to let you know what we're up to. Ready? Inhale. And then exhale and turn. You may want to press your hand down to help you turn. But again, a gentle turn. And then back to neutral. Eyes closed, tuning in. Then again, another one. It's going to be similar, right? We're going to take a breath in, and then when we exhale, we're going to turn towards the right. Ready? So inhale. As you exhale, you turn towards the right. And then returning to the front. Eyes closed and noticing the feeling of the stretch. Okay, and lastly, I'd like you to kind of go back through the stretches and think about which one you'd like to do again. There's probably one that your body's like, hey, let's do this one again. So I'd like you to take a moment here, go into that stretch that was your favorite. Noticing the stretch, whatever was your favorite. And then back up to the normal position. Noticing how that feels. Now we're going to do the other side of whatever position you prefer. I obviously have my favorite. Back into your stretch. And then back to our neutral seated position. Obviously, you may have some of your favorite stretches within all of that. You may remember some stretches that you've done in your past that you really liked. I love stretching as a mindfulness exercise because it does help me feel relaxed. It also helps me find neutral again because I really do scrunch up my shoulders. Helps me find neutral again. And I feel like it's good for my body. And let's remember why we're practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises can help us relax. Not necessarily always, but they can help us relax. But also they help us to tune into our own selves and our own lives better. These exercises today can help me tune into my body, obviously, my feelings, my thoughts, and even my inner wisdom. I believe we all have an inner kind of knowing or an inner wisdom. And all these different ways of tuning into ourselves can help us to tune into our inner wisdom. They can also help us calm, because when we're calm, we're more likely to be able to tune into our inner wisdom. So these exercises can help us to calm, and they can help us to tune in to our inner wisdom. I'd like you to join us next Friday at noon on our live Facebook feed. Or obviously, perhaps you know by now, you can find these videos in many different places. The Jefferson Educational Society, we have them on our Facebook page, we have them on our website, and we have them on our YouTube channel. So happy weekend to you, and I hope to see you again next week. Thanks for joining us.